Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and bears, this is MagicBrad with the MagicBrad Show here at the World Nerve Center headquarters of the Magic Lounge in an undisclosed location. It's a secret. I don't reveal secrets. So today, it's like the last day, right? 2020, and everything's going to be better tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. I don't even know. I don't even know what the date is and what's going on with this whole thing. Do people have New Year's Eve parties they're going to? I don't know. I'm going to bring my friend Bo on, and maybe he's got the answers. So here he is.
Hey. No, I don't have the answers. No way. How are you, Brad?
I'm okie dokie, Smokey.
Good.
Just still trying. I'm still doing that Amazon delivery driving thing to make some extra money because my event stuff just ain't going.
Sure.
And that is hard work. I have a lot more respect for those guys that are driving those UPS trucks and those FedEx trucks and the Amazon trucks. My hands are sore from carrying packages. I slipped and fell and hurt myself almost.
Oh, no, that's not good.
No. And then another time I slipped and kind of twisted my back a little bit. And there's dogs out there. There's people with hunchbacks that come to pick up their packages.
Yeah.
It's weird world.
Right on, man. So you're off today. You get to enjoy the New Year's Eve or no?
Well, whatever that is. I'm a non-drinker, as you probably already know.
Yeah.
So New Year's to me was like, I'll wake up and, hey, look, it's New Year's.
Right, sure.
It's not a big deal to me anymore.
Yeah.
It's almost like the clock is always moving. You know, it doesn't really.
Yeah.
We're always looking for something to celebrate, right?
Right. We are. You're right. Yeah, I won't be partaking in any kind of beverages either. Some sparkling cider, maybe, I guess. Yeah, this has been a different year for me. I can't say I've never, for the last several years, I haven't been a heavy drinker at all. But it's generally when I went out to eat, I would have a drink with dinner on occasion. And I can count on two hands how many total drinks I've had all year this year because I didn't go out to eat. And so I really haven't missed it. It's been months since I've had a drop, and I don't care. And I feel good and probably feel better because of it. So
back in the day, it was a thing to do. And I think there's a whole big phase of people that says, you know what, I'm done with this. And then there's a whole new phase that's going to experiment and try it. But I've got 3 DWIs under my belt that were like almost 5 years and spread apart. So it was in the if they treat you a little better if it's over 5 years. Mine was under 5 years. So it just, and it got worse. The third one, I said, if I don't drink, they can't pull me over.
That's right. Now you made a good choice.
I just quit.
Yeah.
I've been a lot happier. I've saved a lot of money. I feel a lot better.
Yeah.
You know, and, waking up. I go to places now and I see people sitting at that bar for hours and I think, I used to do that. How can you sit at a bar for like 3-4 hours and drink 3 or 6 or 12 beers?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I've done it, and I'm glad that I don't. Well, what else is going on?
Well, that's one of the things I'm thankful for is my sobriety. I actually am.
Yeah, good for you.
I'm listening more to that Abraham Hicks stuff, and it really puts me in a better mood.
Sure.
Just meditating and things and getting into a neutral state, because as soon as you turn on the news, the bad stuff is coming up. That's how they get the attention, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it brings you into that slump, and you start thinking that way. So you just got to put it aside and think about happy thoughts, and that's what makes it work.
Yeah.
It's interesting, the gratitude thing. Now that we're doing this show, I'm much more conscious of it, because before I thought, what am I got to be grateful for? Okay, sure, I got some money in the bank. What am I really grateful for?
Sure.
If you think about it, all those little things make a lot of difference.
Yeah, they do. Since the last time we talked, it's been a week, right? We spoke on Christmas Eve. Things were actually pretty glorious in my world, right? We were dealing with some different challenges in life, like every family, right? And since that time, my dad has had a heart attack. He's in the hospital. He's in the intensive care unit today. He has a procedure today that's a bit risky, and then he has a very risky one as soon as they can get to it, involving open heart surgery. And I'm going to tell you, I'm really grateful for the medical professionals, and I've been very thankful for all those in healthcare, those in education, and all that. I have a grateful spirit about me, but boy, oh boy, I am really thankful for those professionals right now that have kept him alive,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully find a way to fix him and send him back home so I can see him. It's been over a year since I've seen my dad, my mom, and most of my siblings. So there's a urge to go, even though I can't go see him, but I could be around family, but yet it's still unsafe because we live in this pandemic world. And I'm thankful for my health. I'm thankful for my family's health, and I'm thankful for those that are keeping people healthy or restoring their health and getting them back home. So yeah, it's just in 1 week, right? That's changed a bit for me. So
It does. And another thing to be grateful for is the possibility of it all turning out wonderfully.
absolutely, because that's realistic. It could.
Sure.
And
Probability.
if you go on the opposite side, not thankful that I haven't seen my dad for a year, but I'm certainly thankful that I still have my parents. I know many that don't or have lost plenty of siblings. So I'm one of the fortunate ones to have had as much time as I've had. And that's just going to continue. I believe in the power of good. And I these are professionals that deal with this every day. They know how to fix these things. So I believe in them.
I lost my dad when I was in 9th grade, and then my mom about 7 or 11 years after that. I can't even remember how long ago it was. And then my sister. So, yeah, they leave. But over those experiences, I realized that life is eternal, and I still get to communicate with them, even though it's going on and maybe in my head or my consciousness or beyond my consciousness.
Right.
And that's so. Like I saw some of your things looking for prayers, so of course I did that. I got in there and I did that kind of thing because those thoughts put good energy out there, and in my belief, that energy is out in the ethers and it resonates a positive vibe, and that's the kind of stuff that pulls people through things.
I completely agree. It has been incredibly uplifting. I mean, I did a quick video, and then I ended up doing a couple lives, and not really the most comfortable space for me to go live. It does feel awkward for me still, and it's not about me, but the only reason I went that direction rather than just a simple post, right, was because I know the Facebook algorithm says we like video, we like live, and we're going to show this to more people. And if I can get the message in front of more people that's asking for good thoughts and prayers, I believe in it. And so it isn't about me. It's just about playing the game that Facebook created and said,
take advantage of that. Let the world know what's going on.
Been overwhelming the amount of people that have commented, that have liked, have shared, that have watched the videos, that have done this. This isn't a popularity contest. I'm not trying for that. This is a matter of, I just want to get in front of more people because I believe in the power of prayer. And exactly what you said, those good intentions get into the world, they change things at a molecular level, I think. And so I completely agree with you. And yesterday I avoided that piece. I don't think I was emotionally ready to jump on camera. Yesterday was a tougher day, but today, we'll see where it takes us. So yeah.
You ever heard of Greg Braden?
Not from the Brady Bunch, no.
Not Brady Bunch, but Braden.
Braden, no.
He's a guy that is a scientist, and he was like a engineer for the space programs and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And then he got into metaphysical stuff, and he's into the heart math stuff, where the heart has more power than the brain does. It actually emits more energy than the brain does. Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, and he just shows some very cool stuff about the power of prayer and how things happened during 9/11 when that happened, how it went all over the world of people conscious. I'm not explaining it really good, but if you look them up, it's fascinating stuff of how that thing all works. And I'm not a big religious kind of guy, but the stuff in the metaphysical world translates into the Christian biblical kind of stuff too, with all that.
Yeah.
So absolutely. I mean, an analogy I use, if you were immersed into Japan, you would learn to speak Japanese.
Absolutely.
You might even take on Japanese culture and start being more Japanese-like because you're in that place. Right. So the same thing, if you put yourself into a positive, motivational, inspirational, good, alive, vibrant place, that's going to spread.
It is. And we've talked before, when you're in kind of that funk or you're in that space that's not as healthy, what is one of the best things you can do to get out of your own way, to make yourself feel better selfishly, is to give, is to reach out, is to say thanks, to show gratitude. And it's so powerful by doing that. I've reached out to a couple people in the last few days just to say thank you.
Speaking of give, here's our friend Cindy Lee.
Oh, that's awesome.
So grateful for you too. And she called us rock stars, and I can't play the guitar or nothing, so I don't know where that comes from.
That was I was on her show a couple days ago. Yeah, and that was awesome. It was a great opportunity to share the system that you and I both use, which today's the last day of it being known as one company and changing tomorrow. Today's the last day to join with a free account. There's today's kind of the ending and the beginning of something, right? But Cindy, yeah, she's got quite a story. She's done all kinds of things in the travel agency or the travel world. She was she worked at Ruth's Chris, I think, for years. So she can cook. She's had a lot of different things she's done in her life, and she's got great energy about her. It was awesome to be on her show. So yeah,
because that's what makes my world go around. I'm going to put that up here. The company's called Mailbox Power now. Used to be called Banner Season, but it's now mailboxpower.com/MagicBrad. I'm an affiliate. That's my disclaimer.
Yeah.
That whole disclaimer thing, this is just a sidebar, but I've wanted to put on my disclaimer. You are responsible for your own activities.
All right. Shouldn't that be enough of a disclaimer?
It should be. I mean, have you ever scrolled through that iPhone disclaimer and stuff, trying to get to the bottom of it so you can click agree?
Right.
Oh, it's 2021.
Right. Yeah, I've never read it. It's just ridiculous that we just sign things that we've never read,
Well, it's just protecting themselves so that if something does happen and some, child swallows an iPhone or something and says, see, in here it says.
Yeah. Well, that's the world we're in, right? You spill hot coffee on you can sue it because it was hot. That's the place we're at in the world, right?
Yeah,
so.
I'm not grateful for that.
No. Yeah. Well,
maybe I will be.
I am grateful for you, Brad. I'm grateful that we've had this opportunity on a weekly basis to chat, to connect, to share things that I think matter. I think that if we all just went with a little more grace, with a little more gratitude in the world, and we appreciated other people's views, other people's opinions, other people's offerings to the world, it just would be a better place. So if you're intentional about it, and maybe this show hits somebody today, right? And they're in their own funk and they say, you know what, I'm just going to reach out to somebody and say thanks. It'll change their whole day.
That's the way to do it. I mean, that's the mailbox power thing is the ability to do that and send gifts and greeting cards and things like that. You can send a video like this, but there's something too, like when you sent me these coasters for my Magic Brad show, I got these from Bo. And I know that. It doesn't have Bo's name on it anywhere. It's got my name on it, but I know where they came from.
Right.
I appreciate that because it's I use it every day.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to share this. I shared this with Cindy earlier this week. So we've always done a nice job with bringing new clients in and saying thank you and this and that. But we just leveled up. I cannot wait for the reaction from a friend of our agency. Okay. So we have somebody who's retiring that we know after 40 plus years in their business. And we sent them a card, right? So we took some time and made this cool thing, breaking news, and it's a big deal, right? I've done that before. That's always good. But we took it a step further. So we had a guy from my office do a quick video because they have an inside joke, him and this individual that retired.
Okay.
So he did a quick, I said, we're going to get you on video saying what you need to say. It was really spontaneous. Did this video, saved it to a private link, created a QR code for it to take the individual directly to that video. So he's going to get a card that is completely personalized. He's going to scan this QR code and take him into the digital world where he gets to see this face of someone he recognizes saying congratulations and then making fun of him a little bit, which is awesome. And the power to be able to do that. And it costs us 55 cents. And It is going to be a card he will never get rid of. That was fun to do. And so now we plan on, with new clients and new people we talk to, same thing, just add a video element to it. And that is so cool. go. So I'm excited to make that additional one up, that level up. I don't know of a system out there, a company out there that allows us to do what we do better. It doesn't exist. So.
Well, it's cool when you can get creative and innovative. Like I made that little puzzle thing. I don't know if I got one around here, but a little puzzle concept. And you sent that other one to me with the QR code. It's fun to do that kind of stuff with these things and be able to send something that's in this digital world that we've had too much of, I think.
Right.
And then bring it into the physical world. So you got an actual physical card you can stick up on the refrigerator or whatever, or use it, or, mugs and edibles and all that kind of stuff. It's really cool to be able to do that. And while you were talking, my Gemini brain was having a conversation over on the other side over here. And I was thinking about our friend Jim McCord in the real estate world. Yeah. And how he was, this still flabbergasts me, because I was thinking about it in the real estate world. When you buy a house, isn't that like the number one investment that an individual makes? The most expensive thing they ever purchase? Yeah. And the real estate agents that will sell somebody a big house like that for hundreds of thousands of dollars and then not really send them something personal. They might send them a cookie cutter kind of, literally a box of cookies or something they bought from a grocery store or something.
Sure. Yeah. It's amazing how many they show up with maybe that closing gift, that basket. And then that's the end of it. The rest of it is either email or digital communication. There's very little that happens. Yeah. I've been fortunate. I worked with a realtor on the purchase of the home that I'm in today. And he's been different for that experience, is that there's been consistent communication. I've randomly received, I still have it on my desk in my office, a little Army guy. And it was, I can't even remember the message that went with it. His logo was not all over it, but I know who sent it. So to your point, he's been unique in that, because I don't think many do. There was another realtor in town that I talked about potentially selling my house. And that firm sent a personalized card once upon a time. I still have it. So but I don't think that that's the majority.
No, it's not. Whenever we go to these networking events, you always find a bunch of realtors and they got their card with their picture on it. And that's as far as it goes. That they're thinking that the more cards I hand out, the more probability I have of selling a house. Right. And I don't think it's that way. I think it's treating the customer that you know well. Right. They'll send referrals because they're out talking and someone says, I'm thinking about getting out of the apartment. Well, you should talk to my friend Steve. He's a real estate agent. That's the way it really works. Sure. I have no idea where. I know that I've got probably 100 to 1,000 business cards from real estate agents over the years. I have no idea where they are or who they are. Sure. They're good at giving cards out. Well, they're all different cards. That's what I'm saying, is real estate is a commodity. It's the same. Every real estate agent's just another real estate agent. Sure. It's the individual that makes the difference. And if you show me that you actually care and you send me a picture of my dog and me and my wife hanging out, it hits me in the heartstrings, and I know you actually care. And there's that saying, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Yep. I would rather have a stupid real estate agent that cared about me than a smart one that didn't. Oh, that's funny. That's true. You mentioned Jim McCord, and he's a realtor. I just last week I received another package from him with some, peppermint chocolate Ghirardelli things and some more coasters that had personalized photos. A couple that I had forgotten about. Wow. These amazing photos. So he took time to go find these unique photos. Timing was unbelievable. Get this great package from him. So he's an example of a guy who gets it, right? He just continues to lean in and recognize you as an individual and personalize it. It's amazing. He's really good at what he does. You've got another fan of yours. Hey, so I successfully shared this today, I think. Good morning, Steve. Steve is an incredible human being. He's been a mentor to me. He was a manager with me with the American Family and still is. And we connect all the time. He's got a heart of gold. So, hey, Steve. Good like that. That's why he got the name Golder Man, right? Yeah, he's just... We wrestled once. I beat him up. That's a whole other thing. He's probably not very grateful for that. But it's great to get a couple of comments. I'm glad we were able to jump on today. So you said you got all that stuff from Jim McCord. I was just thinking that maybe we could talk to Mailbox Power, see if they get hooked up with like Whole Foods or something, so that people could create like grocery lists.
Oh, wow.
And then every month you could get your groceries paid for by Jim McCord.
You're always thinking, Brad.
I know it's a blessing and a
I
curse.
don't know how you sleep, Brad. My guess is when your head hits the pillow, it's ready to shut down because your mind's always going.
Yeah, it goes into the subconscious and taps into the universe for ideas. And I wake up with big bushy bug. It is. I woke up this morning at 3:00, and what I did was I changed all my stuff from banner season to mailbox.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I need to do all the same. I need to send some over to Travis and some others that make that change. But put it your thing up again. People should know that today's the last day that if you've thought about, you've watched this, and you say these guys use some system. What's this all about? They should go to your thing and check it out. And there's a trial that you can do. It's worth it. Just create an account. It's a good idea.
So this is the Mailbox Power. If you're familiar with Mailbox Power, you just want to go in there and join. And then I've got another thing. If you just want to dip your toe, you can subscribe to my list, and I'll send you little drip emails about it if you want to take it slow. But if you want to jump in, go here.
Get in. Yeah.
If you're timid, go here.
Especially if you're in business and you don't have a client appreciation program, it's time to just do it. You've been intending on doing it. Just do it. And start saying thank you to people that provide.
This thing is so cool because of the system, the way that they've got it. It's one of the better systemized things I've seen, in that you can send a page to somebody where they fill out their own information with their birthdays and anniversary and stuff, and then it automatically will put them into a campaign. So you kind of don't have to do anything other than call them on the phone and say, "Hey, how's it going?"
Right. That's right. And maybe update the campaign once a year so you don't send the same card over and over and over. That's probably a good idea too. So,
well, things change every year.
Yeah.
Or they get older like me and I forget. So I wouldn't, if you sent me this next year, I'd go, "Hey, that's new."
Yeah. That's true. And I'm anxious to see what new products that the company comes out with next year. I think the coasters are awesome. I've sent several of those. I still think the coffee mugs are amazing. I've sent out several of those that are personalized. And just yesterday, I got a message from someone saying, "Yep, using my favorite coffee cup again today." And it was really easy to create. And
I don't have mine in front of me, but I like it. The one you sent me at the Synergy Cafe.
Yeah.
Logo
now,
on it.
It's funny because this one is not one of our mugs, but this is from our friends at Vivid Image who have sent me this. They're the ones that helped me build a website and are, more importantly, great friends. They also have such an incredible commitment to community and leadership. And so the Gossers over at Vivid Image, thanks for the mug. I'll give you a plug here.
I want a plug.
Yeah, good people. So yeah.
Well, that's the way that the stuff is these days. It's more about relationship because everything is a commodity now. Everything is so easily accessible all over the world, everywhere. The only difference that separates anybody from anything now is the personal, individual person, because you can find everything everywhere.
That's exactly it. You talk about realtors, right? I mean, the ones that we know, like, trust, and remember is the critical piece. And any of them can work for any company. You can be with Edina, you can be with EXP, you can be with Keller Williams. Nobody cares on the buyer's side or the seller's side. They want to work with that person or their team, right? That's the critical piece. So they can flip. It's interesting in our world. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's Cindy as well.
Okay.
But in the insurance world, it is a little different because there's actually some loyalty to a brand, but the agent still matters or the people still matter, right? It's just I've been watching that. I've seen realtors switch sides and all the people will follow them. Insurance is a little harder. So you really have to be good at what you do if you want them to follow you and not the company.
Yeah, there is like Apple, iPhones. I'm an iPhone Mac guy.
I am too.
So I have some loyalty there. But as far as who sells it to me and what store, I don't care. I'll go to the person that treats me right.
All right. So I'll give you a thought on that. We have a local Verizon store here. I've done my recent changes there. There's an individual there. He's really good at his job. He makes sure the things port over from one old phone to the next phone. I will go there as long as he's there. I'll feel good about it. But bought another phone online for Christmas. A long story with it. Guess what? I was the person that had the pleasure of trying to figure out how to set the new phone up and do all this. The frustration was incredible for me because I'm somewhat techie, but I did not like doing that. And this isn't my skill set. So I was frustrated and I wish I had that person. So I care a little bit about who I talk to in that.
Oh, I definitely care that way. I guess,
yeah.
Once they prove themselves to me, then I do care. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Right on.
But, if I don't, like we're considering getting a house in the next few years or so. I don't have a real estate agent picked out, so I really don't care who it is as long as I get the right house. And if they treat me right, they might be the ones that get to, they get the commission out of it. So that's what's happening with this whole surge, like the mailbox power stuff. I'm an affiliate of that organization.
Mm-hmm.
So they could get it from you. They'd get it from Cindy. They'd get it from Sean Waite. They'd get it from whoever they like. If they like me, come and talk to me. If they don't like me, go to Bo.
Right. But regardless, find the solution if you don't have one. You're right.
Just to be straight up, if you don't like me, I really don't want you I want to sell to you.
Right.
You complain.
You just announced this live to the whole world, right? There could be one person watching or millions. You're going to get some calls from realtors if anybody's paying attention to this, because you just said, it doesn't really matter. If I was a realtor watching this, boy, I'm going to be knocking at your door.
Well, I want to find the person that resonates with me.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The person that we did buy a house from, and you've guessed by now, I'm sort of a woo-woo metaphysical kind of guy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He's a numerologist. And he's from our woo-woo community. So I used him as a realtor because I resonated with him.
Sure.
And that's a differentiating factor, in my opinion, that branding. That's why I got my MagicBrad logo thingy down here and my little MagicBrad dealie up there. The brand is all you really got now, because other than that, everything's a commodity. I represent Kartra, I represent Mailbox, I represent a thing called Click Magic. I represent a lot of different things, but thousands of other people do too.
Sure.
And people sometimes are concerned about their competition. If you promote yourself as an individual, there is no competition because there's only one you.
There is only one you.
And that's the way that I'm doing it.
And what is it? You have a 1 in 400 trillion chance to have those cells to create who you are. There's 7.2 billion people on this planet. Somehow you and I are having a chat today. Like when you start going deep into numbers, it can blow your mind, right? When I did the graduation speech, that's what I led with. Like 7.2 billion people on the planet, you get me. Lucky you.
Yeah, and the possibility of the sperm fertilizing the egg. There's all those different numbers, the ratio. It's kind of like advertising on the internet. What are the odds? You got to send out a lot of stuff before someone rings the bell.
Right. Yeah. How do you even show up in front of people? I think you did a post this morning about the amount of people on Facebook.
I did.
Yeah.
It blows my mind if you think about it.
Yeah. It's incredible. It is. And it's a place for me to stay. I have relationships with people through Facebook. I like that part of it. It's just a matter of finding balance with the right portal. Right. But, I think I'm going to jump off and check in with the family, get an update on my pops.
Good idea.
I appreciate the time. I appreciate you. I'm glad in 2020 you were one of the highlights. We were able to connect, and we get to continue that on into 2021.
It escalates and rolls forward. Like when the AGC events open up, it's going to be a lot more fun to go to them because I have somebody to hang with.
Absolutely.
Or it's kind of like individuals. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we can keep the ball rolling on the internet too. So. Yeah. Blessings to you and your family. Everything's going to be wonderful.
Thank you, Brad. Appreciate it.
We will sign you off and put you in the green room. I'll just let you go because you got things to do. But I appreciate you taking time, Bo.
Yeah, thanks, Brad. Have a wonderful day, okay?
Your toodle. Holy year.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye.
So there you go. That's my friend Bo. And I will pop this up here. What this was is, it was called, where is it? I'm looking for my little banner brand. What we had going on here today was the Gratitude Show. And this is something that Bo and I are doing every week. We're just talking about how important it is to show people you care and care about other people. It's an important thing, and I think it's something that separates you from all of your other competition in the world. So make your life magical. Make yourself have fun. Peace, love, and happiness. This is MagicBrad signing off. Give myself a round of applause. Thank you very much. Be well. Be good. Be safe. Goodbye.